We know the different factors, like we have seen organizational factors which can affect which can influence the behavior of an individual at work. Similarly, we have job factor where the task, the workload, the environment where he is working, displays and controls, procedures all will affect his behavior. Similarly, we have individual factors where the personality of a person, the attitude, the skills, his motivations, his competence, all this will also affect his behavior at work. So under this individual factors, the most important one is attitude. So what is attitude? Attitude means it is a individual's point of view, how he sees a thing, what is his view against some topic, some points. So we know it is not impossible to change the attitude. It is possible, but the individual has to decide himself. So we will be seeing with example what all are the factors which can help you to change the attitude of your workforce towards some activities. For example, just consider one of your workforce or one of your labor is always continuously used to smoke in workplace areas. So you wanted to change his attitude. So what all factors you can apply? The first one is education and training. You can educate him about the ill effects of smoking. You can train him. You can show him about the different documents. The second one is high impact interventions, which means where you have to show highly intervening videos or the presentations or the things which can make him think about this ill effects of smoking. So there you can use, maybe you can show him the PowerPoint presentations or the high impacted videos showing the cancers and other diseases which he can get from the smoking. So this kind of technique is known as high impact interventions, which is also which you can see in movie theaters. While when you go to movie theater for watching a movie, the government has issued a notice to start the movie. Before starting a movie, they used to show a advertisement or the promotion of like prohibition of tobacco and cigarettes. So that is coming under high impact interventions. Then we have enforcement. What is enforcement? And legal laws which you can use. You can, after even given different warnings, you can put the enforcement laws, and legally you can take actions against it. The last one is consultation and his involvement. Consultation means you can make a two-way communication. Both of you can make a proper consultations, and you can involve him into different processes. For example, you can appoint him in a group to tell the ill effects of smoking. So it will make him to think that he has to change his attitude. Then only he can lead others. So it will set a good example, and it will help him to change his attitude. We will be seeing very important word, competence, or the competent person. Now, often you used to hear this word in interviews also, like who will be the doing, who will be taking care of an isolation. So you always used to listen a competent person, the competent electrician, a competent technician. Yes, competent. What is the meaning of this competence? It is KATE. You have to remember CAT, where the K is for knowledge. How much is his knowledge of this person about the work? His A is his ability. What is his ability to do the work? T is his training. How much training he has received for doing this work. E is experience. What is his experience to do this work? So this CAT is known as competence, which you can easily remember. Now we will be discussing about a topic, perception of risk. So friends, what is perception of risk? It is how a human identify the surrounding risks or any hazards through his senses. That is perception of risk. Means to identify anything which is anything bad or good is going to happen. So for example, if you are driving a car in very high speed and suddenly a big curve or big turning comes up, what will you do? Automatically, you don't need to be told to reduce the speed. Automatically your brain will work and you will put on the brake. You will try to slow down the car. So this is what perception of risk. Your brain knows if you don't put the brake or you don't slow down the car, obviously there are high risk of getting an accident. So we will be seeing what all are the factors which will be affecting this risk in your company, which will affect the perception of risk to your workforce. So we will be seeing what all are the factors which will affect the perception of risk in your workforce. First is the illness. Yes, if your workforce is ill, not in good health, it will affect their perception of risk. They won't be, if any risk is there, if for example your people are working in a space and if any, you can take an example of slip and trip hazards. The cables are lying here and there. If they are ill, if they are feeling stress fatigue, obviously they are not thinking about, their brain is not thinking about these hazards. These factors will affect their senses, they affect their perception of risk. Drug and alcohol, if they are under drug influence, there won't be previous experience, very important. If the person is previously experienced, he knows what all risk he can face somewhere. For example, if a person is going to work in a confined space where the flammable gases, the presence of flammable gases or something is there, he knows, he have experience, he have training and education about the confined spaces, so he won't try to go for the cigarette or go for lighting up anything, because he knows his perception of risk makes him think that there is a risk around him, so he won't do that. So these factors, if it is not there, it will affect him. If he is not having previous experience, if he is not having proper training and education about that confined space, obviously he will get into an accident. So these are the factors which will affect the perception of risk.